Welcome to the MineSanity podcast. What's up, guys? My name's Eric, aka Azrael Eternity, and welcome to the MineSanity podcast. With us today, our normal cast of Gravewalker,
Heyo.
Sigcore,
Hello.
and special guests from the FourCorners, guys that we just participated in Race for the Wool and a Hunger Games round. The Canadian.
Hello.
And ChickenSlayer.
How's it going?
Doing good, man. Thanks. We appreciate you guys coming on to the podcast with us.
Thank you. Yeah. Certainly different, it will be.
Yeah. This is their first participation in a podcast, I guess you guys said?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So like I was explaining to them, guys that are listening, we're going to be doing the normal format. We're going to talk about server news, which is obviously the events we just did. We're going to do our honorable mentions and our discussion topics. So, first thing, we did a Hunger Games round with 4 guys from FourCorners.
And we had, myself, Azrael, Stevie, and Banjo in it from MineSanity. Yep. Fun times. Can't really say much about it because, we don't want to put out spoilers.
Yeah.
I will mention, though, if you watch my video, you'll be depressed.
You mean I gotta wait for the videos to come out to see this?
Yeah, yes, you do.
But it was fun. I think we probably should have done at least a couple of rounds, but
yeah.
We'll try to work out.
Of time.
Yeah, we'll try to work out another event sometime that we can get more people from both sides to be able to participate. Yeah. Because it was loads of fun to be able to do. But that was really fun. The big thing though was the Race for the Wool.
Yeah. We had the same group of people from MineSanity, and do you guys know what all names were from you guys' team?
Yeah, we had myself, we had Matt, Keegan the leader, and I believe it was Hunter. Was the spare.
Yeah, Hunter was a spare, because you guys were supposed to have Mark.
Yeah, he was having a few little issues, so.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be doing a rematch. It was a lot of fun, but we want to make sure to get everybody who was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Not to ruin anything.
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
It's so hard to avoid spoilers considering that match.
Yeah.
It was a good game though.
It was. It had very interesting moments. Have you guys done any Race for the Wool before?
Other than what we practice, I haven't done anything but that.
Yeah, that'd be about the same thing for me. Just the practices, and that's about it.
It's more or less the same for us, I believe. We've never actually done a formal game, have we?
No, we did practice for when we were going to do the original match. Like 2 or 3 months ago, and those guys backed out. So we just had to start
they knew
over.
we would have beat them. Yeah.
That one was pretty one-sided in the practice match that we did. I guess you guys did a practice match because I wasn't there for it.
Oh yeah, we did.
And they got destroyed.
Yeah.
In the practice match,
Yeah.
but.
Well, in any case, I think Stevie's the only one who has some real hardcore PvP experience, though.
Yeah.
So.
What did you guys think of it? Just out of curiosity.
It was a lot of fun, and crap, without any spoilers. Very exciting, I guess.
It had a lot of moments of interesting things.
Yeah.
I think that'll probably just cover our server news. The other stuff is not really anything big.
Well, I mean, King's Pentaspawner is kind of...
Pentaspawner.
Yeah. It's found 5 cave spider spawners within range of each other. And, yeah, that thing is pretty nice.
Yeah. He just got
does not beat the Enderman farm, though.
No, not in terms of XP, but damn, if
I
don't. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to leave.
Considering he's how far away?
Yeah, he's 12,000 blocks out from spawn.
Yeah.
or something. So,
Good God, he's that far. I thought I was far out by at 5,700.
no, he's way out there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to honorable mentions. The first thing is we are using now a different voice chat thing for our podcast recording. This is the first week that we're trying it out. We moved over to Razer Comms instead of Skype for podcasting. So I'm going to put a link in the description for Razer Comms. It's currently still in beta, but the audio quality is significantly better.
Oh yeah, it's much better.
So check that out. It's pretty good, and I don't believe that it has the same vulnerabilities that Skype has, because Skype has the big IP vulnerability.
Yeah.
So that's no bueno.
Yeah.
When I went to look for news today, this was something that popped up that I thought was interesting. I live in California, so that's how this popped up for me. It's local California news. A Starbucks patron is being charged with attempted murder for spiking orange juice. I guess she went into a Starbucks store with 2 containers of small containers of orange juice, and she put them in the open air cooler that people can pull stuff out of to go buy at the register. And she put them in there. And another customer saw it, told the person behind the counter, was like, "Hey, this lady just, put these orange juices in them." They pulled one out and opened it, and she said it smelled toxic. It was later reported that it had a deadly amount of isopropyl alcohol mixed in. So the woman's being charged with attempted murder.
That's why? That's all I can say. It's not. You can't even target anyone with that. I mean, I can understand if you're pissed off at somebody and you're gonna,
Try to poison them.
Yeah, I mean that. Well, it's not good, but I can understand where she would come from. Just randomly,
Random act of violence.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird.
Yeah.
Everybody's so quiet.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what it is? It's because Banjo's not here.
Yeah. Honestly, I hate to say it, but yeah, because you just will interject random.
Yeah. Randomness. Anyways.
Yeah.
Speaking of randomness, NASA rover draws a penis on Mars. I don't know if you guys heard about this over the past week. Photos leaked from NASA show a rough drawing of a penis being that was drawn by the Mars rover over the period of several years. Because it's been up there for 9 years, I think it is.
Is this some NASA joke or something?
No. This is the rover being autonomous.
Oh,
the rover did it by itself, not intentionally. It's just its pathing caused it to move in that certain fashion.
Oh, that's just that they want you to think.
Yeah, who knows?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a penis and testicles.
Quite
outstanding.
Yeah. I get the feeling that somebody did this. There's no way it was just accidental.
A happy accident.
Yeah. There's no way.
Okie dokie.
Albert Hofman, who's quoted as being the father of LSD, dies at 102. This guy discovered LSD in 1939. And then 5 years later noted its hallucinogenic properties, and supposedly has taken during his lifetime over 100 LSD trips.
Holy Jeeves.
He died at 102 this week.
See, there you go. It prolongs life.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's I know a lot of people are very happy for what he discovered. I would say whacked out in the head, but happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I saw that get posted, and I thought it was interesting. This one probably should have been more of a discussion topic because of how stupid it is, but I just wanted to be an honorable mention. Michael Jordan is suing a Chinese sportswear company. I think it's pronounced, if I remember, Qiaodan or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Qiaodan Sports Company. They apparently trademarked Michael Jordan's son's names for their products, and is general copyright infringement. They're using the Nike flying basketball guy. I don't know what it's called.
That thing.
Yeah, using that logo, using Michael Jordan's number 23.
Wow, they're not even going sneaky about it.
No, they're not, and they trademarked two names for products that roughly translate to Michael Jordan's names. Like phonetically, they sound the same.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It just. Yeah, whatever. Okay, have fun, dude.
They were asking for problem there, honestly.
Yeah. There's some discussion as far as whether or not he can actually sue, since he's not a citizen of China. But two NBA players have already successfully done so with other companies. Yao Ming being one of them, who I don't think is still considered a Chinese citizen because he lived in the U.S. for so long, but I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But basically, Michael Jordan's lawyers are saying they have a leg to stand on, so they're going after it.
Yeah, well, they're going to make some money off of that, I think.
Well, the lawsuit, Jordan says that he's going to be donating. He's seeking $180,000 U.S. dollars in compensation. He's going to use it, donate it to charity in China to bring basketball to Chinese children, I guess, in schools or something. So he's not like doing it to make money. He's just doing it to prove a point.
Shut them up.
Yeah, and then donate the money. So
yeah,
kind of neat.
It's good.
Wow. I'm gonna move this one down. But discussion topics are.
Oh dear God!
Google Glasses, or Google Glass, whatever you want to call it, has already been hacked and rooted. Gizmodo reports that since it runs on Android, it's not as wide open as most things, but it's still. What the hell is that? It sounded like somebody peeling potatoes.
Okay.
I swear, it was.
Yeah, I heard it.
Canadian, you want to tell us something? Are you peeling potatoes?
Wait, should I put the potatoes out?
Apparently, he's in the Navy.
Ah.
Peeling potatoes on the lower deck. Google Glass is jailbroken, hacked. It's kind of an interesting thing because it hasn't even been officially released yet.
Yeah, it's.
And
I'm wondering how they got a. Does it just run on the same Android that phones are?
It runs on Android, but it's not the same software. It's running on its own thing, and it's much more tighter security as far as it. But I mean, no matter how hard you make the security, there's going to be somebody that wants to do it.
Yeah.
The guy Jay Freeman, also known as Sarek, created the Cydia App Store for iOS jailbreak phones. Already did it, and he has root access to Google Glass.
Wow.
Alrighty.
All I can say is, it shows you what somebody with a little bit of coding knowledge can do quickly.
Yeah, exactly. For something that hasn't even been released yet. The whole thing that I am not sure of is like, okay, what does this actually accomplish by him,
Yeah.
jailbreaking it? Like, I mean, rooting it.
Other than unlocking anything that they have locked up, like, special features that, it's built in, but you can't use it. Nothing. Except,
Yeah.
well, it could completely reprogram if it wanted to, but there would be fun in that.
They could have Google Glass draw a penis on Mars.
Okay.
Not sure how that would work, but anyways, speaking of things that we're not sure how it's going to work, Call of Duty is supposedly going to be launching another game on November 5th called Call of Duty Ghosts. Several major retailers, both in the US and UK, have released images of Call of Duty Ghosts cover art, as well as offers for pre-ordering. Even though the game has not been officially announced, it's expected to be announced tomorrow on May 1st, so the day you guys are listening to the podcast. But yeah, the cover art depicts Simon Ghost Riley from Modern Warfare 2, possibly being the protagonist or the main character of the game. Though back in October last year, I do recall them saying that Modern Warfare 4 was in the works. So I'm wondering if this is just... And they're both being produced by the same game, same company. They're supposedly both being produced by Infinity Ward. So I'm thinking that Ghosts is just a renaming of Modern Warfare 4.
It's very well possible.
They're just changing the name of it.
I thought Black Ops 2 was going to be a new game Call of Duty would launch.
I don't know. What?
Because, I mean, well, all of the developing is switched between Infinity Ward and Treyarch. They alternate each year, so each one produces a new game every 2 years, and they alternate years for releases.
Yeah. So
Infinity Ward wouldn't be the only producing 2 games at once, really.
You would think, because that'd just be more trouble than it's worth.
Well, I mean, I could imagine if them doing that if it was like how Modern Warfare 3 was, where they split duties between themselves and Sledgehammer Games.
Yeah.
But Ghosts, on the cover art, it shows just Infinity Ward as being the developer for it. Infinity Ward developing and Activision producing.
Yeah.
So, I think it'll be kind of interesting. That actually might bring me back to it, because from the way, using the title Ghosts, not just Ghost, to describe the character, but describing, Ghosts. So I'm thinking it's like a sniper's, more of a
tactical.
More tactical, more quiet, more something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I probably won't ever get it, just because I
have a deep-seated hatred of Activision and Call of Duty games now, because I don't have Black Ops 2, but it'd be interesting. I mean, I might rent it for the campaign.
Yeah, that'd be about all more I'd do too.
Yeah.
Oh
well. Canadian ChickenSlayer, you guys play COD?
I played the game very briefly. I beat the campaign, and then I haven't touched it much more.
Which one?
Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2.
Okay. Yeah. Did you play have you played the Modern Warfare series?
No, I think I own Modern Warfare 3, it's just haven't played it yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Modern Warfare it's a good series at this point. I'll admit that, but it just gets it's made for the multiplayer, honestly.
Yeah, well, any Call of Duty is.
Yeah.
I just don't if they go with a Call of Duty 4, I'm just not sure where the
what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Because with how Modern Warfare 3 ends, I don't know where their next step point would be for it. But Grand Theft Auto 5 released trailers today of 3 of the playable characters whose stories you will interact with or possibly control. The names are Travis, Franklin, and Michael, all from 3 different, very different walks of life.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Trevor, not Travis. Trevor being a kind of a redneck drug dealer, Franklin more of a gangbanger, and Michael being a rich guy that has, well, nothing to live for. His family. I thought all of the trailers were really well done. I definitely preferred probably Michael's and Trevor's. Franklin's, it just was kind of white noise. It's like, oh yeah, gangbangers, okay. I don't know.
Yeah. I do find it kind of amusing that they're considering putting it on Wii U. Just because.
What?
Yeah. It says it's up for consideration. Why would you put it on the Wii?
Hooray
Not
for
exactly
family-friendly games.
It's
Yeah.
not exactly your target audience there. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what, because they'd have to do some sort of feature for the whole Wii U controller. I'm trying to think what you would do with that. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be Banjo for a second here. What's the only thing he does in that game that we've
shoot
confirmed?
hookers.
Yeah. Think about
But
this.
if
The
you swing the Wiimote to hit them with the bat.
So it's going to come with a bat accessory, a shotgun accessory, a pistol accessory, and probably a sniper rifle accessory.
yeah, sure. That's how they're gonna make their money from that game.
A Wiimote with a scope.
I don't know how well that would work, actually.
I don't know that it would work for Wii U, so I'm.
Yeah, I'm
That's
hoping
news
they
to me.
drop
I
that.
didn't know that they were going to be doing it on Wii U.
That's just not the right console for Grand Theft Auto.
No, not at all.
PC consoles, the main
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah. I don't even think Nintendo will let them produce it for. Honestly.
Why? Because you're going to beat up hookers. Why would you want to beat up hookers? Because if you have an Xbox 720, supposedly you're going to be able to record it with a DVR-like capability.
Awesome segue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xbox 720 is reportedly going to have a DVR video capture built in that will be... There's different ways that you can do it. You can have it set to always on, or you can have it set to capture specific moments. For example, it says that you might be able to have it record if you, say, get a headshot in a first-person shooter game. That it will record, a few seconds before it and a few seconds after it, when it's just looking for those sorts of things.
Welcome to the deluge of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Well,
this is
okay.
gonna be video.
No, because you have to think, what was it? The first Black Ops had that you could upload to YouTube, and it would upload to Call of Duty's, or a specific channel that Call of Duty had set up.
Oh, that's
and all
that's
it was
sick.
just like 10-second clips that were absolute garbage.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you can set this thing, well, the only problem with the DVR is can you get the information off of it to actually edit, manipulate it?
Yeah.
So
I have a feeling that it's going to be a direct to YouTube. It might have its own editor built into the system. But
that'll be
I
a
have
nightmare.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's see. Xbox is made by Microsoft. Microsoft makes Microsoft Movie Maker. Grave, how's that working out?
Well, it does. It works, kind of. I can do what I need to do.
I have a feeling
Kind
it'll
of.
probably have something very poorly designed like that and have a direct-to-YouTube upload.
That's why I use Vegas.
Shut up.
It's why most people that do videos on YouTube use Vegas.
Shut up. I'm cheap.
You think I paid for it?
Vegas wasn't even all that expensive. It was $50.
I have Vegas Pro 12. That version is like several $100s.
Yeah. So I went with HD 11. So
Yeah, well, I do some graphic work in it because it's easier for me than Photoshop. So making layers and doing different things, I like having an unlimited number of video tracks.
Yeah.
To be able
that
to
is
work
nice. That is nice.
Now, here, back on topic. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the same thing they did, like you said, with Black Ops, where it just uploads to one channel. But considering they're saying Ustream, YouTube, and Facebook, you'd almost think they'd be able to upload to your own channel. And
you should be able to upload to your own channel, I think.
That would make sense. But the thing is, if you can do that, then you can just download it off there and edit it in-house.
Yeah, you could.
It'd be a pain in the ass, but...
My question would be, where would this stuff be stored? Would it be stored, you know, a cloud storage, or would it be stored on the hard drive of your Xbox? Because if you have... I mean, I would assume
oh my god.
They were... Well, I'm assuming they're probably going to do the same thing they had for 360, which was an arcade version that's, you know, the stripped down bare bones sort of version. I think will not include such a DVR because, you know, what's the point?
It'll never hold video. Exactly.
Where are you going to hold? I mean, shit, at my resolution that I record for Minecraft, you know, 4 or 5 minutes takes up 5 gigs.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, gig a minute is what Fraps grabs. A gig a minute.
What did I have? 50 gigs left earlier, and then I just wiped it out so we could record this event, because I knew I would need it. I knew I would need the space, but, you know...
I bought a new hard drive last week.
That's right.
3 terabytes.
Ooh. Nice.
So I recorded there now, and I don't have to worry. I was editing videos last week, and halfway through the video, I went, "Oh, you're out of space." And I went, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
mine's a constant game of okay, how much space do I have? Okay, what can I delete?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the raw video it goes to the external hard drive at this point.
Yeah. I need to be more careful with my raw files.
Can you imagine how expensive this system is going to be? I mean, because first of all, you're going to have to look at the RAM on what you're going to be storing for games, and whether or not the DVR portion of that's going to be separate.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I mean, aren't they already projecting like $500-$600 for this darn thing?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and my kids are going to want one.
360 was $400 or $500 when it first came out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It used like $399.
Yeah.
I think $399. Yeah.
So I mean, for the quality of console, I can imagine people being pretty okay with it. Are parents going to be okay with it? Fuck no. Is they going to be okay with it? No.
That means I might actually be able to get on the Xbox though after that.
Yeah.
Be like, I paid $500 for this. I'm playing it.
No, I actually. I bought an Xbox for the house, a 360 years ago, and I don't think I've gotten on it other than playing Rock Band in years. So,
have been able to, or just haven't bothered?
Haven't bothered. The last game I played on the Xbox was Dragon Age.
Wow.
So, 200 hours worth of Dragon Age, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm PC gamer, man. I mean, I mean that and Minecraft has consumed my life.
It does that.
Yeah, it does.
I'm actually thinking about getting a tattoo of that.
Nice. Because if you got a tattoo of Minecraft, that'd be pretty hardcore.
With flames.
With flames. Okay, you and I can no longer be friends.
Wait. Wait. Thanks.
Okay.
I know what you need to get.
What?
Grass block with flames, tramp stamp.
Oh,
good God.
No, you have to be classy. Do a diamond ore block with flames.
Okay, yeah.
Bitches get money.
Yeah.
The reason that we're bringing up tattoos, I put it down as one of the topics I wanted to talk about. Not anything that's linked, not anything that's specific. I just wanted to talk about tattoos because I saw a guy that had flame tattoos quite literally all over his body, and I just wanted to go over and smack him. He had flames that were coming up his calves. He had flames coming up from his wrists, up his arms, on both sides, and then he had flames coming up his neck, reaching outside of his shirt.
Oh
That
God.
hurts.
And I was just like, "Are you a firefighter?" No. God fucking. That's what I've decided. If the only time that flame tattoos are acceptable are if you are a firefighter, because I know a guy that is a firefighter that has flame tattoos that go up both sides of his calves, like all the way around both calves.
That's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, he said it's because the whole reason for it was because he's done. He did 3 or 4 years for Cal Fire, California Department of Forestry. They, defend do all the forest fires. They're the ones that respond to those. And he now is working for a city fire department. And he says it's just as a reminder that there's always fire at your back. You got to move as this. There's always fire at your back. So he said it's just a reminder for him. But he actually said the same thing. He's just like, flame tattoos, they're dumb unless they have some specific meaning.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's the equivalent of barbed wire.
Yeah.
Barbed
at this
wire
point.
tattoos.
Yeah.
So the question is, would you guys ever get a tattoo, and what of?
Personally, I probably will end up getting one. Nothing. I have a couple different drawings that I've done multiple times that I like, and I'll probably end up getting one if I do, like somewhere easily hidden, at least.
Gotcha.
Just because I'm not gonna have a big old skull on my wrist or something like that because no. First of all, it makes it really hard to get a job.
I was gonna say no one will hire you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are just covered in tattoos because of various reasons, and I just look at them like, come on, guys, you're screwing yourselves over. Some of it may look cool, but no.
Well, another reason that I bring this up is my warehouse specifically. I work for Costco. For those that aren't aware, I don't know if it's a national thing, but our warehouse specifically has revisited its policy about visible tattoos, and it's temporarily allowing it. It's seeing what the reaction is, if there's anybody that if we get any complaints about it. And a lot of people are very happy about it. The only exception to it are, managers and supervisors still cannot have exposed tattoos, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But hourly employees can.
Yeah.
And I know several people that have tattoos that have, very specific meanings. Like I have one of the women that works in my department has a puzzle piece tattoo, which is the symbol for autism awareness because her son is autistic.
Yeah,
and then she has
makes sense.
And then she has another one that's right next to it that is her son wrote his name on her arm in ink, and then the tattoo artist, tattooed the name underneath the puzzle piece. And that I can understand.
Yeah. If a tattoo has a good meaning and it's not something real, I don't know,
trampy.
Well, yeah, there's that. It's not what I was going for, but yeah, there's that. I was gonna say real, like, blatantly obvious and just like screaming that, hey, look, I got a tattoo right here. Okay, yeah. But if it is like that, there's not even a reason to get it then. Unless you're like a professional biker.
Sigs, any tattoos?
Yes.
Oh.
What of and where, if you don't mind us asking?
On my right shoulder, so easily hidden, and it's my Western Zodiac with my Eastern Zodiac superimposed over it.
Nice.
So I'm a Leo born the year of the tiger.
Gotcha.
So, which would explain my affinity for big cats.
That's amusing. I'm actually year of the tiger as well.
Oh.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, I got it when I was in the army. So.
Yeah.
And,
That makes sense.
like-
I had a feeling of anybody asking, I had a feeling you already had some.
Yeah, I'm
because-
actually planning on adding to it. So
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna get my kids' names tattooed around it.
Very nice.
So.
Yeah, that has meaning.
Yeah.
As opposed to, that guy you saw with the flames.
Yeah. Who knows?
And
there's also a guy at my work that I'm surprised that he got the job in the first place. Do you know what it is when you have tattoo sleeves? It just basically means that you have tattoos entirely covering the lower portion of your arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Like goes from like where your shirt would normally end and all the way down to your wrist. He has them on both sides, and he is 22 years old. And the purpose, as it's been explained to me by several people that have tattoos and have quite a few tattoos, sleeves, if you do sleeves of tattoos, it's typically depicting events in your life that have changed you, you know, for the good or the bad. And it's like, I can't imagine that he has had so many events that have changed his life at age 22 that he could fill up both arms.
Is it Yakuza?
No, he's a little white Irish kid.
Irish Mafia.
Yeah.
I guess, or something. But I personally have no tattoos. I wouldn't mind getting them, but it's, you know, not something that I have any plans for in the near future. I think I would be like Sig and have, you know, when I have kids, tattoo them to kids' names.
Do not get your wife's name tattooed on your body.
No.
That is a surefire way for a divorce. It's like the death knell of a relationship. My wife is irritated that I'll get my kids' names, but not hers. I'm like, no, I love you too much to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, oh, that just reminded me of something. Okay, I know, I forget how I know them. I forget. Anyhow, I know somebody who, whenever they got married, instead of getting each other rings, they got their names tattooed on each other. I'm thinking it was not 6 months and they were divorced.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like jinxing everything.
Yeah. There was a story. There was a story last year at some point of a woman that got kicked out of Disneyland because of her tattoos, and she sued Disneyland for prejudice against her because of.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Woman got kicked out of Disneyland because of her tattoos. She sued Disneyland because it was discriminatory because of her tattoos. And then Disney released photos of the tattoo that were part of the court record. And it was... the tattoo was Tinkerbell. It was on the woman's right calf.
I remember hearing about this.
And it was Tinkerbell masturbating with a light switch.
Okay, then. I would say that was justifiable.
Yeah.
I'm saying that was poor judgment.
The judge threw out the case. The last I had heard.
Yeah. Why?
The coolest tattoo I have ever seen. I was in training when they sent us to school in the Army, and I went in late. I was 22. And we were getting ready to go out for a weekend, and one of the females was walking by, and we were talking about this, that, and the other thing, and she goes, "Oh, I got a tattoo." I'm like, "Oh, really?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Let's see it." And she pops out her boob, and there, attached to the nipple, is Curious George. Hanging.
Was Curious George like tweaking the nipple or something? Or?
He was holding on to the nipple.
Was he hanging from it?
Yeah. First of all, I can't imagine how much that hurt.
Yeah.
Second of all, the three of us were sitting there going, we were so impressed by the tattoo because it was a really well done tattoo. We're like, "Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, well, that's awesome. Yeah. She turned around, put everything away, and wandered off. And we got about 10 steps down, and we just went, "Wait a minute. She just popped out her boob." But probably the coolest tattoo I think I've ever seen. It was extremely well done.
That's funny.
Wow. So,
one of my buddies just got, and I really just wanted to reach across and smack him for this. He said he had told me, because he already has several tattoos up and down his arm. One of them being a D20 dice.
That's
on
nice.
one of his arms. Well, he's a hardcore gamer and very
if
nerdy
I could get away with it, I could get away with it.
But he said that he was going to go in and he wanted to get a certain alchemical symbol, and he said he wanted it to be a surprise. He didn't want to tell me or any of his other friends. And then he came in the other day, and he had taken a couple of days off, his regular days off, got the tattoo. And he came in and he showed it to me, and what he did was he had a circle tattoo that half was on one arm and half was on the other arm. So if he brings up his arms together in front of him, it would form a complete circle and the complete tattoo. He did get a sort of alchemical symbol, but it was the same tattoo that Keanu Reeves had
I was gonna
as
say, who is he,
Constantine
Oh my god.
in this movie of the same name. And I just wanted to reach across and just smack the fuck out of him for doing something so stupid. Like, the concept is interesting, having the tattoo that, you put it together and it makes a complete tattoo. But, I mean, that would make more sense doing something like a yin and a yang, I think.
That would be really cool, honestly.
But I was just like, you're fucking retarded. And mind you, this guy has trouble paying his rent, and it's like, and he keeps going out and getting tattoos, so I don't quite understand.
That's like the one guy I know who has Boondock Saints thing, the saying from that tattooed across his hands.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Like,
Patris.
yeah, that. And I'm just, why?
I actually have one of my boss, my department manager at work. She is a part-time professional photographer. Like, she does it in her spare time when she's not working. And she has on, if you're looking at your right hand and hold out your index finger, on the opposite side, she has a tattoo that says "smile."
Oh, wow.
So that when she's about to press the button on the camera, you can see the word "smile" on her finger.
Okay, that's amusing.
Yeah, that one's pretty cute.
I don't know. Do either of our guests have any tattoos?
I do not.
Canadian, any tattoos? Canadian still with us?
Sounds like a no.
Guess not.
Okie
Chicken, would you get any tattoos?
I would get a tattoo because my uncle's a tattoo artist, but if I were to get a tattoo, I'd have to get it from him.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
What would it be, out of curiosity?
I honestly haven't thought about it too much.
That's understandable.
Before you get one, think about it a lot.
Yeah. And no flames.
Yeah,
Well,
no flames.
well, you can get them removed. Hope you like scar tissue.
I heard getting them removed hurts a lot more than getting them
yes.
put on.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's
Speaking
the outline's not bad. It's the color. It feels like someone dragging a hot match across your skin. So.
You've experienced this?
Yeah, I got a tattoo.
Oh. Well, I thought you meant about getting one removed.
Oh, no. I was talking about just getting a tattoo.
Oh, okay.
But getting one removed. I mean, getting one isn't pleasant. I mean, and I don't like needles. But getting one removed is 10 times worse. I mean, ooh.
Yeah.
And 400 times more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see one. What was it? Probably 2 weeks ago. A girl that just started at my work. She had one that was 4 crows along her shoulders. She had two on one shoulder, 2 on the other shoulder. She said one is for each member of her family, one for each of her parents, and one for her older brother.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of neat.
Without
They'll
the
look
meaning,
like
that'd be
vultures
kind
in 30 years, but
Yeah. That's the other thing. Tattoos are permanent for the most part, unless you want to pay lots of money to get them removed. So as you age, so will they.
yep.
Yeah.
The barbells on the biceps aren't all that interesting anymore.
No.
And the Navy anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do gotta say one thing. While I don't see myself getting any tattoos anytime soon, although I do want to, my one arm is covered in massive scars from work, and there's actually one that looks like a yin yang. And if anybody sees it, I'm just like, yeah, that's a tattoo, definitely.
I should clarify for those that don't know, Grave works at McDonald's.
Woo! Fire incident?
Actually, no, that's not. I think I have a couple from that, but most of them are from grease splash from the grill. The big one that looks like a yin yang, quite literally, is from the oven door trying to close on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have the scar tissue finally faded over the years, but my knuckles used to be all scarred up from flipping burgers, and you'd scrape the grill as you go by.
Yeah.
Moving to tattoos, the scars. I have 2 noticeable scars, well, noticeable to me. On my left knuckle, my left middle finger's knuckle, I have a fairly long scar that I, honest to God, have no idea where it came from. I've just had it for most of my life, and I don't know, like, at least since high school would be the first time I remember actually noticing it. And the second, Sig, you'll get a kick out of this because it's firearms related. One time that I went shooting with a Remington 725-06, the range that I was at had wooden stands and had wooden chairs on gravel ground.
Ooh.
And so when I went to adjust my position behind the rifle, the chair slid, and I somehow moved to the side of the rifle instead of behind the rifle. And so when the rifle recoiled, the scope nailed me right in between the eyes.
Yep, you got scope bit.
Yep, and
you got scope bit.
And it went all the way to the bone.
Ooh.
And I did not go get stitches. I put a couple of sutures on it and lots of gauze, or not sutures, but butterfly closures.
Yep.
And lots of gauze, and it healed fine. Never got an infection or anything.
Wow.
But there is a noticeable scar in between my eyes.
I know quite a few people with that because hunting is real big in this area where I live. So, my cousin has a couple of them, I think.
I was very thankful though that it was only just between the eyes, because had it been an inch or two to the left or right, it would have shattered my ocular socket.
Yeah,
and I would have been blind in one eye.
That would have sucked.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, probably being the eldest of the group, I've got a long and varied list of scars, so I won't. Several of them related to hunting paraphernalia.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah, I had a bullet explode in my face, caught it just right of my, just to the side of my right eye, and that was when I was 7.
Ooh.
The pieces, the last of the pieces came out when I was 21. And then I got hit with an arrow.
What?
Yeah. Thankfully, it was a blunted tipped arrow, and I think it was 12. So
I gotta ask.
Sig, have you ever been shot?
Shot, like officially shot?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I gotta ask. Where did the arrow hit you?
Thankfully, in the rib.
Okay.
Thankfully, in the rib. It bounced off my rib. So.
You know what I just realized? I didn't say where I would get a tattoo. I do not have tattoos. I would have the tattoo that, if I had to choose a tattoo right now that I would get tomorrow, I'd have a pirate flag on my left shoulder.
Arr, matey.
Why?
Reason,
because you're building a boat?
No, the reason being is, well, no, I'm building the boat because I'm a pirate. There's a long story with it, and I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. When I was in high school, we did a production of Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare, and the teacher that does the theater program there had decided to let the female senior students, I was the male senior student at the time, the female senior students decide how they wanted to represent the show, like what their direction would be for it. And they decided they wanted to do, because Pirates of the Caribbean had just gotten released that year, to do pirates that Lysander and Hermia were pirates, or buccaneers, whatever.
Oh god.
And so I played Lysander, so I became a pirate. I still have the costume in my closet. It still fits. And so I just, from that, and I had a full beard at the time still too, because I had that since I was in 11th grade. I became known as, like, my nickname was the Pirate amongst, we had quite a few more new freshmen in the theater program that year. That participated in that show, and they just all started referring to me as the Pirate, and it became just a nickname, so much so that I went to lunch with one of the freshmen about 2 years later, when she was a junior, with her younger sister and her mom, and I had parked my car at their house, and we went to go to lunch. Their dad came home and saw my car and didn't know whose it was, so he calls his wife, who's I'm having lunch with, and the two kids, and he says, "Hey, whose car is this in the parking spot?" "Oh, it's Eric's." "Who?" "Eric." "Who's Eric?" "The Pirate." "Oh!"
Wow.
So it just became a nickname, and it's stuck ever since. And so I always said the first tattoo that I would get would be a pirate flag. Just a typical, regular old Jolly Roger. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we burnt that topic dead.
Yeah, I think that's about going to wrap it up. So stay tuned, guys, for the videos for both the Hunger Games event and for the Race for the Wool. And thanks again to FourCorners for coming out with us and doing those videos and joining us to have a good group event. So, and thanks to Canadian and ChickenSlayer for being here.
No problem. I think the Canadian went to bed.
Canadian is apparently typing.
What?
Didn't want to disturb midway, but I think it glitched out and muted my mic.
Ah. Okay.
So that's why Canadian has not been participating.
Okay. Sorry.
So,
Oh, well.
Aww.
What are these
Frowny
typing?
face.
so obviously, Razer Comms is still in beta, so there is some glitches. Sorry, Canadian. I think if we do another group one, we'll probably do it on Skype just because it's more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Canadian. We're glad to have you on for the short time that you were
Able to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. glitchy news service. So
Yeah.
once again, thanks to FourCorners for having this event with us, and we look forward to doing it again and having both teams be at their full strength.
Yep.
We ought to make him run the maze.
Or maze.
We have a maze on the server that Sig is building that is PvP, and it has obstacles built in.
And
Ooh, actually, you know what would be interesting to do would be what is it, the Minotaur? That map?
Yeah. That
That one would be a pretty good one to have, and that would be so we're definitely planning on doing more group events, so keep looking out for those. So let's go with final thoughts. Grave. Later.
No, later. Yeah, later.
Sig, final thoughts.
Signing out.
ChickenSlayer, final thought.
Oh, I'm supposed to be thinking?
At some point, I'm sure it's helpful.
Canadian, you want to type anything for final thoughts since you can't talk?
The Canadian is typing.
Yeah.
Have a good night or morning.
Okay.
All right.
What about the afternoon?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
close
screw
enough.
those in the afternoon. That too. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Later.
Bye.